Hi everybody, welcome back to the channel. I'm Brad Lone Wolf, and today's video is going to be on the technical differences between soft shells and hard shells. Before we get into the video though, I'd like to introduce you to my new outdoor cupboard. How I got this outdoor cupboard is a little bit of a sad story. I'm not going to go into it here, but yes, I have an outdoor cupboard. It's not completed yet. I haven't moved everything in. I haven't got it set up exactly the way I want it. But eventually it will be my outdoor cupboard. Now you might be looking at it and thinking, that's not outdoor related. That's not outdoor related. And you're absolutely right. Neither of them are outdoor related. They are, the cupboard at the moment is actually pulling double duty as a utility cupboard. So I've got things like vacuum cleaner bags, irons, other bits and pieces in there, but yeah, eventually it will become my outdoor cupboard. Moving on to the subject of today's video, however, the differences between, or the technical differences between soft shells and hard shells. Now, here we've got my Montaigne soft shell. It is a true soft shell. I'll come on to what that means in a second. So yeah, I've had this for a number of years now. It's absolutely fantastic bit of kit. As long as you remember its limitations. I've worn it and worn it. It is, like I say, it's a fantastic bit of kit. Can't recommend it highly enough. Here we've got my Montaigne hard shell. Again, good bit of kit. When I bought it, it fitted me. I then put on weight and it didn't fit me. I've actually lost some weight now. I'm down, I've actually lost 6 kilos, which is between 12 and 13 pounds, something like that. Still doesn't fit, but I intend to wear it at least once before I get rid of it because it's an expensive jacket. So, two different jackets here, two different, not styles of jacket, but two different jackets in the way that they work. We'll look at the soft shell mainly because that's the subject of the video, and mainly because I've already talked about hard shells before. So, what is the difference between a soft shell and a hard shell? The main difference is that a soft shell is not, or a true soft shell is not fully waterproof, unlike a hard shell. So it's not waterproof, it's water resistant, it's highly breathable and windproof. Unlike a hard shell, which is fully waterproof, fully breathable and fully windproof. So, why would people want a soft shell when it's not fully waterproof? There's a good reason for that. You may remember a video I did a little while ago speaking about how when you put a waterproof lining inside a jacket, it cuts down on the breathability. If you get rid of that waterproof lining completely, regardless of what waterproof lining it is, the breathability of said jacket will go up immensely. That's the idea behind a soft shell. So this is a lot more breathable than what this or my OEX jacket is, because it doesn't have that waterproof lining. And that's fine, as long as you remember that it's water resistant and not waterproof, you'll get on fine. So why would people choose a soft shell which isn't fully waterproof over a hard shell which is fully waterproof? It's a good question. Now, I personally haven't been to the Alps, but I do know a number of people that have. And for them, and they have said that a soft shell in certain conditions is preferable to a hard shell, because although you can get quite strong winds in the Alps, you don't tend to get a lot of rain. So you don't need something that's fully waterproof, particularly something that restricts or cuts down on the breathability, which is where a soft shell comes in. That's the primary reason that a soft shell was invented, was more highly breathable, still fully windproof, but didn't have didn't quite have that, didn't have the waterproofing. Like I say, you can take that however you want. Like I say, I've spoken to a number of people that have said they prefer soft shell over hard shell in the Alps. Why would you want a soft shell in the UK though, where it is notoriously wet? Again, good question. There are times when having a soft shell is preferable, because we have been out, we've probably all experienced today where it's windy, but as soon as you put something like this on, it gets hot. You get hot inside it, you start sweating and everything that comes with that. That's where a soft shell comes in to its own. It's still windproof, it's still is an extra layer, but it's still got more breathability than what hard shell has. So that's why you might want to choose a soft shell over a hard shell. I'm not saying you have to. It is obviously your choice. If you still want to go for a hard shell, nothing wrong with that at all. I tend to wear this as my everyday jacket, which is, and that's what I use it for. But yeah, that might be the primary reason you go for a soft shell over a hard shell. There are obviously exceptions to the rules, as there are with everything. There are companies that have actually married the two up. So you get a fully waterproof, breathable, fully windproof soft shell. Now the soft shell in this case happens to be a soft outer lining. I have actually had a soft shell like that, and there are reasons for it. Primary reason is, or certainly in the UK, a good reason why you might want a soft shell, a fully waterproof soft shell, is waterproofs tend to make a lot of noise as you're walking along. They tend to rustle quite a lot. Whereas soft shells, they don't. Or they do, but they don't make quite as much noise. So there are situations where you might want something that doesn't make as much noise. The best reason I can think of, not that I do it myself, but the best reason I can think of is bird watchers. They want to stay as quiet as they can, so walking along with that compared to that is a big difference. As with everything, there are exceptions to the rules. There is a company out there that's getting increasingly hard to get hold of, but there is a company out there called Paramo. And you might have seen it, you might not have seen it, you might have heard of it, you might not have heard of it. But this company exists. Yeah, the company exists, and technically all their stuff, I say all their stuff, technically their shells technically are all soft shell. The reason being is they don't have a dedicated waterproof lining in their jackets and in their trousers, unlike a hard shell. Technically all their stuff is soft shell. It is waterproof, however, and it is highly breathable. The way they get around that is, you might have seen the waterproofing bottles, TX Direct waterproofing solutions. You use that, and it relies solely and utterly on that, on keeping the materials waterproof. Advantages and disadvantages to that, as you can probably imagine. You do have to maintain it a little bit more. You do have to wash them a little bit more. But on the plus side, you don't have to worry so much when it comes to maintenance of a hard shell, of the same maintenance as you do with a hard shell. So, just to recap on the main differences between soft shells and hard shells. Hard shell is fully waterproof, fully windproof and breathable. Soft shell Not fully waterproof, only water resistant, very highly breathable and windproof. As I say, you can probably think of some situations yourself where a soft shell is preferable to a hard shell, or a hard shell is preferable to a soft shell. As with everything, personal preference is what dictates what you buy at the end of the day. But I hope I have helped. I hope I've helped solve some of the confusion. Thank you very much for watching. I do appreciate it. And I will see you in the next video. Bye for now.